All right, good. Well, excellent. So I will launch into this so I don't take up too much of your evening. Just so you know, though, I also wrote a book on
Hmm.
this topic, which is a lot more. I cover everything I'm going to cover in the presentation, but the book has a lot more detailed information and goes into a lot more depth on these topics that I don't have time to go through in the presentation because you would be drunk by then. Uh, so the book's currently in the process of being formatted in the right format so it looks nice. And once that's done, since I email or will send you an electronic copy free of charge so that you have everything that I'm going to go over and more. And you can obviously share that with anyone you'd like.
Thank you. Okay.
You're welcome. All right. So basically, what I'm going to cover is why I'm doing this presentation, which we kind of already talked about. Most of my clients have been women throughout my career. And I created this so that I could make sure that I educated my daughter on these topics and tell you a little bit more about my background, about my firm, For Financial, cover what particular things are interesting pertaining to women and finances in this day and age and these generations. I'll go into as much detail as you'd like about, I'm sure you've done a lot of financial planning and have known about investments. And sometimes I get in these presentations literally women that don't know the difference between a checking account and a savings account.
Mhm.
So much less a mutual fund or an exchange traded fund and all that kind of stuff. So I have to be prepared to be able to talk about all of those things or at least touch on them. And I can go into that as much as you'd like, and I get pretty detailed into other more complicated things, which you're probably more interested in. We'll cover what wealth means to you, which is a big question for a lot of people. I'll talk about the markets and the headlines and the news and that kind of thing, current events, as well as historical, and then kind of a good foundation and plan that any woman can follow to build their wealth foundation. How does that sound?
It sounds good.
All right.